Alright, today's workout is going to continue the theme of what we've done most of the week. We're doing more endurance style activities, meaning that we're just going for as long as the session will last, or we're trying to hit the workout and complete it under the cap. So it's about us trying to build on our engine and not try to tire out, but also trying to learn how to pace ourselves throughout the workout. Starting tomorrow, we'll get back into, let's call it normal programming, as far as we'll do some strength work, we'll do some power, some conditioning, some body weight intervals. But this week, the whole week has been pretty much a block of trying to work on endurance in all of our workouts. So you'll obviously see them by the write-ups. We're moving from one to the other, and we're trying to be consistent in pacing, timing, repetitions, etc. So today's another one. Today I chose to do a bit more run interval based with one of our body weight workouts. You're only going to go through each of the movements once, and we're going to actually slow them down. So we're going to be focusing on getting your full range of motion with each of the body weight movements. We're only talking 10 reps. If you are good at these, then I'm going to encourage you to go for 20 reps and obviously try to pick up the pace just a little bit, but it's not a bang them out and lose form. I'd prefer you to slow it right down, go as full range as you can, and just get 10. Now that might mean it takes you 1.5 to 2 minutes just to get 10 reps of each of these things, and I'll explain to you as we go. We're going to pair that with the treadmill today. If you don't have a treadmill, you can just do this outside in the driveway, and if that's the case, then you want to aim to be running in intervals, shuttle runs of say 2 minutes. That's comparatively what roughly 400 meters is on the treadmill if you're sitting at a cruisy speed of 10k an hour. So 10k an hour roughly works out to be about 2 minutes on the treadmill, and that's the interval working in with the body weight. So again, we'll start on the treadmill, we'll go for the first 400, we get off the treadmill, and then we're onto the movement, and we're going to keep coming back and forth and back and forth, finishing on the treadmill at the end of this. All up, you hit around about 3 and a bit Ks on the workout when you are just over 3Ks, when you allow for the fact that I let the treadmill run at 2k an hour, just something nominal, so I didn't have to keep restarting it each time, so I can actually get back up to pace. So, bodyweight movements. First one, it's a double whammy. It's the prayer, which is a form of a stretch, into a reverse Hindu. So what does that look like? Actually going to start back on our knees, and our hands are going to be outstretched. Now what I'm going to get us to do is I'm going to push all the way back into the stretch. Now normally with a prayer stretch would be out wide deeper on our hips, but I want us to simply push back onto the balls of our feet and a big stretch. What we're now going to do is we're going to engage, we're going to lift our knees off the floor, and we're going to roll through to a reverse Hindu. So from here, I'm going to come up into downward dog. I'm going to roll forward. I'm going to bring my hips down, now my head down, now here, now I'm going to push back. So I'm back to prayer, up to downward dog, rolling through, hips down, head down, chest down, off the floor, hold, push, back. So basically it is bum up, body through, head, hips down, push back again. So that's the first one. The prayer pose into a reverse Hindu and back again. Okay, so we're going for 10 reps, nice and slow. It's going to take you over a minute. Onto the treadmill. Number 2, you can do a polar bear push-up, or you can do a pike push-up, which is basically having your feet elevated. So polar bear, feet are wide, hands are down, tuck my head in, simply coming down and back up. Now, polar bears for me are comfortable and easy, so what I chose to do is I chose to go outside, and I chose to do a pike push-up, meaning I'm going to elevate my feet. So if I come onto the rack, I can come onto the rack, put my feet up onto the rack, head up, bum up, and then I could do my push-ups. If you are strong and you've got this, you could also do handstand push-ups as your option. If you're familiar with zoo, switch this around and do 10 geckos. So you guys know it's basically a wall walk from the stomach, walk up, stomach up flat into the wall, hold and lock out for a second or two, walk back down onto the floor. That's also an option instead of the pike push-up or the polar bear. Number 3 is a Rhino step into a squat. So sitting in the half squat position, going to hinge, going to spin forward, spin back, come back to center, drop to a deep squat, sit. Number 2, forward, hinge, back, deep squat. Now you're going to find that's going to burn the legs. Now when you go back onto the treadmill, legs are going to feel heavy. Take it easy. So you're going to do 10, 5 each side. Reverse caterpillar, hands down on the floor, kick back to plank, walk your hands back up as far as you can, kick out, walk your hands back up as far as you can, and we're trying to keep our feet together and kicking out to the plank position and then walking up. Going for 10. I went out the driveway, 10 in one direction, turn around, 10 in the other direction. Chameleons, back to upper body. So a bit like the starting position of a downward dog, but this time we're going to have our knees bent, and like a chameleon, we're going to slide out, and we're going to slide back. We're going to slide out, and we're going to slide back. So here, into this position, I'm here, my feet are wide, I'm almost downward dog, but I'm down low. I'm going to drive with my legs forward, push out, and then pull back. So push out, and push back. So again, at no point am I hitting my chest on the floor. I'm basically coming out and in, legs driving out, shoulders driving back for my chameleons for a set of 10. Final one is Cobra. This is simply going to go side to side. So feet wide, hands down, hands a little bit wider apart than normal. Okay, I've got my fingers splayed to the side, so it allows me to drive. I'm simply going to come forward. I'm going to come down to the left, to the right, to the middle, up. And again, left, right, middle, up. That scraping is my heart rate monitor across the floor, that I know that I'm low. My hips are a little bit high, so I'm putting the emphasis on the shoulders. Okay, so down, left, right, right, left, whatever works for you. Back to center, press up to the wide plank. Okay, so that's a workout. So let's recap. 400-meter intervals, followed by, for beginners, 10 reps of a bodyweight movement, back onto the treadmill, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. I ran at 10k an hour, nothing fast, just to be sustainable. For those who are familiar with the bodyweight movements and you want more of a test, if you're getting your full ranges done easy and you're not fatigued, I want you to double them and go to 20 reps, but I don't want you to bang them out quickly, okay? Like I don't want you to do your reverse Hindus quickly the way that we would normally do them if we were doing a zoo class. I want these slow and controlled, which means it's more fatigue, it's more range of motion, it's more strength building, and it's going to tax you so that when you get back into the run, you want to use the run as the recovery. That's the workout for today. I don't know really what to call it. It's just a body weight with a run interval. Simple, straightforward, nothing complicated. 31 minutes. All yours, bye.